Okay, this is our conference room. This is going to be a little larger version than at least the Jacksonville office that you guys will be setting up. The table is a little larger, I believe. The glass wall is not normal. That's just something that's in this larger CPC center that we've got. But the configuration of the technology in this room is pretty much configured the way that everything will be configured in Jacksonville. I'll point out a few differences, but they're minor. One thing I do want to point out, you see how the chairs are uniform around the table. I know it seems like a very small detail, but those are the type of details that we want to make sure are paid attention to when we're doing installs, especially in the workstations and the offices that you're setting up. We want to make sure that, you know, that detail, when you're done with that cubicle, you're done with that office, that it is nice, neat, and clean and ready for a new user to come in. The conference room phone is positioned, of course, in the middle of the table. And in this conference room, with this larger table, you can't really see, but that normally goes under the table into the normal conference room tables have just the 4 legs on either side, and those cables normally would run to those legs to the floor box, whichever way is more convenient. And when I'm on site, of course, I can show you that. But the big idea here is the cables are dressed and you don't see anything hanging or out on the table. And this particular model has got the extensions. I don't believe that the Jacksonville conference room will have those extension modules. So it'll just be the phone in the center of the table. The keyboard, wireless keyboard and mouse, and the remote for the TV are positioned right in front of the phone. And you can either do it that way, or you can position it at the head of the table facing the TV and just have it right there in that same configuration, sitting on the table, ready for the user to use it. This is our standard TV that we put in most conference rooms. I believe they are around 65 inches. And that will need to be mounted on the wall. I haven't looked behind here yet, but we want the cables dressed better than this actually. And the TVs and the sites will be closer to the wall, so that'll be a little bit easier to hide that. This one's kind of extended out from the wall a little bit. But you also have a USB camera, and we kind of put yeah, I'll show you in a second. This is the USB dongle that runs to the computer behind the TV. But we kind of put that at the top so that it has a good range in the room. But your camera's positioned on the top of the TV and it runs to the computer. The computer is mounted on the wall behind the TV and of course connected via HDMI to the TV. And the camera is connected to the front there, and we also have that USB dongle that you see sitting beside the camera up there runs to the computer as well. And that is just positioned to the edge of the television, see, kind of right there. Really prefer to have it a little bit further so that the user can just reach right inside there. This one's okay though. and turn the computer on. But this one works because the TV is so far out from the wall, but we'd really rather have it kind of flush to where if you're looking straight on at the TV, you don't see it, but you can go in a little bit and you'd see the front of the computer. Would be the preferred way. Like I said, this is not dressed how it should be. It should have been done a little bit better than that, or the TV positioned a little closer to the wall so that you couldn't see it. But that is the conference room pretty much. We got a couple of extra chairs in here. It looks like they just had a meeting. And that is the configuration. Nice, neat, ready to go, ready for a user to sit down and use the system. Of course, it needs to be tested and make sure that everything's working and connecting like it should.